Yeah, soldiers. Hey, it's your boy, the Anime Sage, along with Drew from One of Universe, and we also have a special guest who shall be introduced after. Well, actually, it's without further ado, Dragonstar Productions.
Oh, really, guys? I didn't know I was going to be introduced before the first segment. Wow.
I guess we should get into the first segment since it's first time being on this podcast.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow. Okay, first off, waifu of the day. My waifu of the day would have to be a very nice girl in Ino Yamanaka. And that's because I've probably been thinking a lot about what if Naruto's a Tenseigan series. And the ship for that series is Naruto and Ino. But, so, that's kind of where I'm at.
So nice, Naruto's your waifu of the day.
No, it's Ino Yamanaka.
No, it's Naruto. Don't you lie to us.
It's
Naruto.
Ino Yamanaka. What the... My god. What? Great, here we go again. Alright, Drew, what about you? And then it's Dragonstar.
You know what? I'm gonna go with launch, because why not?
Hey!
No particular reason.
See, I was actually thinking the same thing, but my reasoning was just because I've been trying to get somebody to do What If Launch was a Z Fighter for so long. I particularly don't want to do it, because I don't want to have to worry about two personalities. But I want somebody to like really do it and make it a serious series. But nobody has yet, and I don't understand why not.
I got it.
You promise?
Yes, I promise.
Alright, don't let me down.
Alright, now let's go for a schedule, stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's just one of those what ifs that I feel like has a lot of potential, but no, I take that back. No, Stevdez. Stevdez has kind of touched it on one, like, what if she trained with Roshi, but I think that was only one video.
I could probably experiment with something more of that, because I want to actually make launch relevant. Ooh, I got an idea.
You're gonna steal my idea?
What was it? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm already doing launch being married to Goku.
Oh,
That's true.
No, that's not it. I'm gonna make lunch a Saiyan.
Okay.
Alright, you heard it here, guys. Anime Sage, he will be doing it. Just wait.
Yes, the wait. That's the hardest part.
You know, he'll probably do as a collab with someone, most likely.
Who knows? I think that could be interesting. Now, I think one of the topics that I think we want to go over is it's a topic that happened like a couple weeks ago, but DBZ Abridged ended, and that had some very funny moments and stuff like that. It was a pretty fun series, and we also had the reaction of guys like Moscow X kind of touch on it a little bit. But I guess the only thing I have to say is, what are you guys' reactions to this?
I think it's gonna be interesting where Moscow X is gonna go, because we'll probably see even more what ifs from him now, considering he's not doing stuff for DBZA as much anymore.
Yeah, sorry, you can go. Sorry.
I was gonna say, also just thinking about like the fact that this is how basically all these people kind of got like their voice acting out. So to kind of see just where these people branch out offside of Abridged will be kind of cool too, to see if they, like Moscow, if he does start doing more what ifs, where if he takes the time that he was using Abridged to actually get himself branched out as an actual voice actor for some other anime or whatever the circumstance it is. So I think that'll be very fun too, because I think we've all grown to love them as characters. So to seeing them blossom into something else would be kind of interesting, at least for me.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Moscow X is definitely one of the biggest out of the entire community in terms of what ifs and Dragon Ball, and
Right.
yeah, it's going to be interesting where he goes from now on, especially since he literally has more time on his hands with his channel. I think one of my favorite moments from DBZ Abridged would be the own counter.
Oh yeah, that was pretty great.
Krillin's
I mean, and then anything with Nappa was a hit. anything with Nappa was a hit. So that's just a guaranteed.
Oh my god! Remember, like you have to also remember like the own counter going down 39 straight times.
Yeah, it was kind of sad because I had a whole entire theory that Nappa was gonna be this announcer character when season 4 came around, but season 4 never happened. So
Yeah, I hate that. I really do. I hate that they couldn't finish it out at least.
Sometimes, I guess at times you want to see something at least have a conclusion. And unfortunately, that never happens. Like, remember Teen Titans? They never really
Or
had
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, well, speaking of Batman Beyond.
I think with DBZ in particular, I think they at least ended on like a season. It's not like they ended like right before the Cell fight. I think that would have been way worse.
Right, that's a positive at least. At least they didn't give us, a brief bit of the Boo saga and was like, oh, never mind. You don't get to see Majin Vegeta blow himself up. Nope. Sorry. Like, could you imagine that moment though? Oh,
there would have been some comedy. There definitely would have been a lot of comedy, but I feel like they could have also been treated in a very serious manner.
Well, they gave a lot of good reasons why they couldn't do it. Like, I think the Boo saga is one of the more comedic elements in Dragon Ball for sure. Like, it definitely shifts a lot from what Z was, honestly, compared to other sagas. Like, it does have tension, but a lot of it's really funny, honestly.
There would have to be I mean, I've had my own criticisms of the Boo saga before itself, but it definitely takes a bit of a slight turn in that direction. And there are some very great moments in that saga, especially when we will go for Vegeta's development. But
and like they said, they were trying to do the BoJack movie, but they just couldn't do it. Like, they were working on it, they just wanted to give up.
I mean, there's also the Hellsing Ultimate Abridged series.
I think that's still going.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's ended or not. I'm pretty sure I heard that they were still doing that, or at least trying to. But I'm not 100% positive on that.
That was, by the way, a masterpiece. Holy crap.
Because I think with that, it's not Toei, so they probably are going to at least finish that off, I think.
Hellsing Ultimate is probably one of the better animes that's ever come out, especially from like the 2000s.
Well, I plan to watch the Abridged series now because they ended DBZA actually, so that's gonna be fun. So
yeah, that's gonna be
watch it the first time.
That's be interesting to experiment with. They had there's 10 episodes. There was 10 episodes of Hellsing Ultimate, all 50 minutes each, or around some 40 to 50 minutes each. But it's a really good series. But it's really good. I highly recommend you guys watch that.
Well, I've seen the original Ultimate. I'm just saying I've never seen the Abridged series up till now.
Yeah. No, I'm just making an anime recommendation. All right.
Well, I mean, both of them, from experience, I've watched both. Both of them are very well. I think with the Abridged series, though, they did a good enough job when the humor comes in, but it's still not taking away from the actual element of the story. So when it comes to that, they did a very good job. Same way with Dragon Ball. They did a very good job of still getting the point across, but still being funny with it. So
fair. That's
Cahoots to them. Cahoots to them.
Kahoot.
Kahoot.
Kahoot. I played that game back in high school. That was a fun game.
That was the game where I showed my dominance to everybody.
Oh, trust me, I was pretty dominant too. I think I would probably, I dominated that game pretty well. Let's see. I guess the next question to segue into from the Abridged series would have to be: do we think anime Abridged series are over in general, or will a new group rise? And no, that's not. Well, I would say that there's going to be a decent group, because especially newer animes coming out like My Hero Academia, Black Clover. You can see some of those Abridged series.
Well, I believe right now the best one that's going is Sword Art Online. Like, that Abridged group is doing extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta catch up. I gotta watch. I've seen a bit of Sword Art Online Abridged. There are some comedic elements.
It's better than the original. I highly recommend people watch it instead, personally. Because sure, the original does have good elements. The problem is the original is way too long. It needs a Kai, honestly.
Yep. But besides that, though, I'm really not aware. I mean, I know there's the the GT Abridged, but that's had their couple of issues with stuff like that. I'm sure it's continuing and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah,
I definitely
I forgot I
definitely
did
don't.
that.
Yeah, I know, Drew. That's why I understand how you forgot that. And I've seen a couple other people do like a super abridge and stuff like that. And I know people that plan to do it. It's just I don't know if any of them is gonna have as big as impact as Team Four started when they did it. I just don't see it.
Well, I will
But
say with
like I said,
GT Abridged that we do have a new episode coming out soon. The main issue is that there was obviously a bit of fallout between the higher ups, because that just happens. And I'm not going to go too detailed with that because I don't know everything. But what I can say is that basically Super Saiyan Science is basically heading all of us now, and he's doing a great job.
That's interesting. I do follow. I think he follows me on Twitter. Actually, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool, actually.
but My Hero, abridge, that would be something very interesting to see.
It would actually. There's some elements that it can use for comedy.
My thing is, they exist. They're just not on par. I think we just need like a really good attempt to someone who really knows My Hero, but also knows like comic book jokes and other stuff they can make that would go with it. Honestly,
right. So, I don't know. I don't know how the abridged community is actually going to go after this. I don't know if it's going to fall out or if it's going to be bigger or what the circumstance it is. Because I'm sure you're going to have a couple of people trying to fight for that spot.
Well, I could see people fighting over wanting to do the Boo Saga and just see if they could get any of the VAs to come back.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean,
I doubt they would accept, at least with some of them, but I could see that being attempted, honestly.
In any case, it's going to be interesting where things move going forward, I guess.
Right. I mean, if the fans, if they want to shift towards something good, I always have a YouTube channel that they can subscribe to. Just saying.
Oh, no.
I'm not voice acting or nothing, but, I can if they want me to. If they subscribe, I'll do it.
I guess we could talk about Batman Beyond Season 4 here as a little segue, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of an abridged type thing.
Sort of.
It's
close enough.
It's definitely a what if series, but Batman Beyond was fantastic as a series and definitely deserves a Season 4.
Right, you guys. And
well,
it's
not exactly a what if series per se, but it's close, I guess. I don't know.
It's probably the close enough thing to it to kind of have it like shown. It's kind of like a what if there was a Season 4. We take characters that's been in Batman Beyond, and we took even some other characters that were back in like the Batman animated series that were planned to be used eventually in Batman Beyond, come into play. We try to basically get in the head of like Bruce Timm, stuff like that. We both did our research. We have how many? 2 episodes, I think, fully written.
We have 2 written. I think we have plans to at least release a pilot, and we have a 3rd one that's almost done, I think.
Yeah, right. It's been a lot of fun. We just got to make sure we have the support to do it whenever it comes out. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of investment for this series in particular.
Right. It's doing a lot of writing. I literally binged the entire series, like all 3 seasons, just so I could get a full representation on who Terry McGinnis was as a character and who Bruce Wayne became as a character, Barbara Gordon, all these people. So, like, I promise you, like, we're trying to do our best to make it the best as we possibly can, trying to get each character to actually do what they would do, and also by bringing in some more irrelevant characters, like his little brother, Mac. What is it, Max?
Yeah. It's Max or Matt, one of the two. We get
yeah, it's Matt. Max is the friend. Every time we write him, yeah, it's Matt. But it's a whole lot of fun, and I know that we have a couple voice actors that are willing to do that, like play some Joker characters and play, I I know that I actually have a Harley Quinn, which I haven't been able to bring up to Drew yet, but I actually do have a Harley Quinn. And we're not talking about any particular Harley Quinn. She does have her granddaughters, Dee Dee and Dee Dee twins? Is that their names?
Yeah, it'll take a while to get this done, obviously. There's a lot of work that goes into it.
And then we're also getting artwork done for it. Like I said, we're going to try to make it as official as we can without being an animation of the actual series.
Yeah, because animation, again, does cost money.
Right. But hopefully if this goes over well, maybe we will be able to do something. And if it is possible, I might actually be able to put some money into it, but I have to make sure it gets the support first. Because if I'm going to put support in anything, I'm going to put support in my channel first. So I need to know that this is going to be supported just as much as my what ifs are. And then it might be worth it. So they need to make it worth it.
Pilot. Like, there's so much more besides the pilot, but the idea is, like, if we don't get enough people who actually want to see it, then it'll probably not happen, unfortunately.
Right.
That will happen really slowly.
Right.
This is interesting. Huh. So segue into a different topic, I guess, in terms of news stories. Disney CEO Bob Iger stepped down.
Nice.
Huh.
I'm sorry, I don't like Bob Iger that much.
That really? Then again, jeez.
Like, he's done a lot of good things, but creativity-wise, I think he could have done a little better in that department.
He definitely knows. Disney also decided to go into live action remakes.
Yeah, that's one main reason why I don't like him as much.
Although they just hired Bob, they're going to be taking in Bob Chapek, who will only be the company's 7th CEO in the company's history. Dang,
He'll be the what? The youngest?
No, he'll be the 7th CEO in Disney's.
Oh, I thought you said the young, but
yeah.
I mean,
what'd he do before then?
That will probably. He was probably like, he was in a company for like, I think, so there is a couple articles I'm looking at in terms of who Bob Chapek is. So he was the company's head of parks and experiences and products, and he became the successor of Iger just now, I guess. And he will soon do the role of executive chairman, especially through December 31st, 2021.
I think it's going to be a bit mixed, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a weird position, in my opinion.
I'm sorry. Well, Iger will actually be officially. He'll be executive chairman for 2021, December 31st. Sorry, I read that wrong. But yeah, this is actually crazy news. Actually, that's interesting.
it could be big for Disney. Really.
In my opinion, I think they're playing it safe. Like, they didn't get anyone from the outside, but I think that's just how Disney probably operates nowadays.
Yeah. Also, their stocks are falling, by the way, with the news of Bob Iger stepping down, so that's interesting. They're falling from...
Like, I think it would have been more interesting if they got someone else that's more recognizable.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess sometimes it could be having someone that's not recognizable then go in and do a stellar job, and then it's like, oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
You have less to live up to and more to do. So all you can do is succeed from that point because you never promised anything beforehand.
Buy more stocks while they're falling, while they're cheap.
Right, guys, that's what we suggest. Buy the stocks now.
Yes. Because Disney is not going anywhere in terms of being a company, and right now they're probably and I think their stocks will go up a bit, so you'd at least make some.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have the phase after.
They're down by a couple percentage points, like -2.38 to -3.62%, but like,
Well, I mean, we're gonna have the phase after Endgame, so I'm sure if we have another huge Endgame event-ish, it's gonna do well.
Yeah, so buy some stocks, especially since they're kind of important for making money.
Obviously, neither of us could afford them at their current prices, probably.
Yeah. All right, I think we should go into our next topic with that breaking news, I guess, story. With that news story. GT or Super, which one is better? That one, I'm going to leave up to first Drew, then Dragonstar, and then myself.
I would say Super if you disregard the seasons that are basically the movies that are just condensed longer. Because I think Super's more bearable if you watch the movies, like the 2 Super movies, and then go from there, in my opinion.
So, what is it? From, I think, episode 26, I think that's the first episode that starts the Universe 6 tournament or whatever. Tournament of Destroyers, whatever you want to call it. And then...
Well, there's the Goku Black arc, I believe. Oh, wait, does that... I might got the order wrong.
No, yeah, you're right. And then there's, like, the copy of Vegeta thing in the middle of that.
Yeah, that's what... I was saying, like... Watch those 2 movies and skip over to Goku Black. That's the best way to do it.
Alright.
Because there's just so much filler, you know? Like, that's my main issue with it.
Well, if you're talking about that, then I guess you could say GT would be better. Because, at least after you get rid of, like, the first Dragon, the Black Star Ball, searching for those, I mean...
I think that's the first 13 episodes.
It wasn't too bad, and I felt like with the characters too, like Piccolo and Gohan and stuff like that, yeah, they didn't do a lot in GT, but I don't feel like they were sidelined like they were in Super. So, and GT was probably my first anime growing up, because, I'm born in 1999, so when GT came out, it was the big Dragon Ball at the time. So I guess my preference actually lies in GT. I did like the story writing of like the baby arc and stuff like that, which I feel like is kind of comparable to the Goku Black arc of Super, except I feel like GT didn't mess it up with the ending. So, and then the Shadow Dragons wasn't bad. I kind of liked it better than the Tournament of Power, considering I didn't really care for the all-out brawl and there being 2 tournaments in one arc. I mean, not one arc, but one, series, because Dragon Ball hasn't done that since literally Dragon Ball. So, personally, I would say GT is better when it comes to characters and stuff like that. Visually, when it comes to fighting, then Super takes the cake. So,
I'm going to have to go... I'm going to agree with Dragonstar here, because in GT, I felt, at least looking back at the series, had some form of, like, they were trying to go with something as a sequel series. The problem with Super is that a lot of the arcs feel like rehashes at certain points. You bring back Future Trunks for the Goku Black arc, we already saw Future Trunks. You bring an entire tournament arc, which we had from the Cell games. And I feel like I like the baby arc and the Goku Black arc, but I have to agree with Dragonstar. The baby arc was done a lot better than the Goku Black arc, because the ending for the Goku Black arc wasn't screwed up and didn't have as many issues, in my opinion. Along with the fact that I like the symbolism of Goku being able to overcome something that wasn't able to overcome in his childhood, which was his ape transformation. And now he goes into with more experience, he was able to make it into his own power and become Super Saiyan 4. So, and I actually like the design of SS4 over the Super Saiyan God Blue.
Yeah, especially blue.
It looks more unique versus all the other transformations, which is literally just a hair change.
I mean, you could call that a hair change. You just got more hair all over.
But it's a primal
Yeah, it's a hair change, his eye changes, his clothes change. Literally everything changes, Drew. It's just not his clothes. Come on now.
There's he becomes it's more of an evolution versus a transformation, even if you could as I've heard. But it's
he became a furry. That's that's literally what happened to him.
It's more unique, and at least it's more unique. Why with God you have your hair changed from black to red, which I can for Super Saiyan God the original Super Saiyan form. But like then you go to Blue, which okay, and then you go Ultra, and then Ultra Instinct I think has some good moments and like that, but it's kind of like another hair change once it's fully mastered.
Yep.
Goku Blanco. Oh crap! I think I just messed up my screen.
Congratulations!
Get too hype over freaking Goku Blanco over here.
I think I just messed up my screen a bit. Crud.
And remember, be sure to donate on Philly's next stream, hopefully, to buy him a new screen.
What did I just do?
Did you just
$52.95.
I think I kind of cracked it a little bit, but I don't think I broke it completely. That is bad.
All right, something to talk about in your podcast. The next one on What If Universe's channel.
I mean, we're not done yet.
I'm just saying another thing to talk about on there.
Yeah, true.
I'll put it on there. Why not?
Yeah.
What's our next topic, actually?
Next topic would be should GT be redone after events of Super? A little. Maybe. It's like GT might actually could you like make maybe the stories can fit together, I guess? I don't know. It's like that's a weird topic.
I mean, you would have to completely rewrite GT, I think, by this point. Everybody else thinks it's gonna line up. No, I don't see it happening. I feel like you're gonna have to have rewrite a GT because for one, kind of the Black Star Dragon Balls would make absolutely no sense at this point. I don't see them reusing them. I don't see that saga happening at all. So that kind of changes the continuity. I mean, they might revamp like Baby, like a Tuffle, that's made bacteria or whatever, Baby is. Kind of have him the Parasite or whatever, bring that back into play, the Tuffles or whatever. Maybe bring like Broly with the Primal Transformation, but as if I think they're going to, no. I think they're just going to kind of take ideas from GT and be like, oh, this is what you wanted? Well, this is Dragon Ball Super. Here you go. Kind of just teasing to the fans. Once they run out of like things like Broly and, bringing back Frieza and just this stuff that hypes up the crowd and stuff like that, then they're going to be like, oh, well, we do have this other series that, Toei is going to be like, oh, well, what about Dragon Ball GT? Let's Super Saiyan it. Let's Super Saiyan 4. Let's bring Baby. Let's just the positive.
This is so trippy to look at. Holy crap.
Is your screen that messed up?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just a small crack, and then what happened?
Bruh, it's like I've seen pink and green.
Oh, you messed it up that bad.
Oh.
I think that they could bring it back. I think after Moro, you could have Baby be a thing. Like, it would make sense. They're traveling in space, so that could be a thing.
Yeah, but
for the Parasite to get attached.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but with with the manga stuff that's happening right now, I think, I do agree. They're gonna have to figure out a way to redo it because you can't slap it across there.
Because I feel like Baby could be a thing. I think Super 17 sort of could be a thing because we saw how powerful 17 was in the Tournament of Power.
Mm-hmm. Right, they would just kind of... That would be kind of cool, actually, if they try to make like a Super 17 concept in Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
Because I think it could work. They just say his power's more ramped up in this version.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's going to be the case. All their powers are going to be amped up. And then when it comes to Shadow Dragons, I've always felt like having them pay back the wishes that they made on the Dragon Balls for like their issues. Like, I always thought that was a cool idea.
Especially
I just felt like
for 5 years.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so trippy.
I mean, that could somehow happen with the regular Dragon Balls, maybe.
Right. That could still be reused. I just hope they don't do kind of what they did with the first 3 dragons and kind of make them stupid, irrelevant, that type of thing.
'Cause I think that's how you could do it. Just say that happened with the regular Dragon Balls, because people kept making wishes, but they're overused or something like that, I guess.
Like,
That would work.
Yeah. Oh my god, what the heck is this? This is so trippy. What have I done?
I think this might be the end of the podcast, or your channel. Who knows? The
I
screen's dead.
can fix it. I think I can fix it though. But like, anyway. Tip of the day, make good thumbnails. I think you have to like this is like so trippy to look at.
Make sure your thumbnails are really eye-catching and really trippy, like
So why am I being bullied today?
Look, what your goal is, okay? You have to have it as enough eye-catching to where you sound like a little girl, the way that Anime Sage sounds right now about his phone being cracked, or his screen being cracked, whatever it is.
Oh my god! Stop!
Hey, look, man, I'm not being mean, but literally the only thing you've been doing is the past two. Oh my god, this is so
You've been
trippy.
doing it the whole podcast.
You sound like Matt, okay? You sound like Matt. This is so trippy.
Yes.
But so the tip of the day is don't crack your screen, and make good thumbnails if you plan on making content. And if you plan on making good content, that consists of not cracking your screen.
Oh my god. Alright.
If you can't afford Photoshop, because Photoshop is expensive, you could always try other alternatives, because they're out there.
Yeah, like GIMP. I use that a lot.
Like PowerPoint.
What I'm gonna say, like, the biggest thing, you could even get a basic app off of your phone or whatever. The biggest thing that's gonna help you make thumbnails is sitting down, taking your time, making sure you have placement right and stuff like that. Because if your words are slightly off, or if your, character or whatever image you use is slightly to the left, slightly to the right, then the balance is gonna be off. So take your time with it. It's not something you just kind of throw together. I know sometimes we do, but that's typically why we end up revamping or redoing old thumbnails, because we found another style we like or something like that. So just find out what you like and kind of figure that out without jumping like, nope, this doesn't work. Nope, this doesn't work. You have to try out everything in the thumbnail. At least I do.
I guess me and Dragonstar could give a good example for my channel, because I did a really rushed thumbnail that looked really awful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. What if Copy Vegeta versus what if Copy Vegeta fused with Goku Black to make Copy Vegeta, Copy, I don't know.
Copy
Y'all
Vegeta
get it.
Black, like it was that long.
Yeah, Copy Vegito Black. That was it. But we remade the thumbnail and it looks 1,000 times better for a rapid fire what if.
Yeah.
So.
Alright. I think... Yeah,
I think we're good now.
Yeah. Alright. I think this is the end of the podcast.
Don't crack your screens!
Oh my god.
I'm smiling like really big if you could see it, like I'm cheesing.
As if we're Skyping or actually seeing each other's faces, like if I can imagine that.
Right, imagine it.
Imagine!
Here, let me just zoom in your profile picture, because you're actually smiling. Just zoom in
I
all
am.
the way there.
Oh my god, this is... Yeah.
You're gonna think I'm dumb, you guys.
I close this out.
Alright. This has been your boy, the Anime Sage, along with Dragonstar. Signing out. Peace. YEEHAW. Subscribe. Check them out on the description down below. We're signing out. Peace. YEEHAW. Bye-bye.